Venture capitalists like J.D. Vance, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Elon Musk all say they are bringing, quote, a startup mentality to government. Anti-democratic forces from Silicon Valley, where Vivek, J.D., and Elon come from, these are anti-democratic forces from Silicon Valley. They're disguised as libertarians, but they're crypto-fascists, and they're infiltrating the Republican Party, spreading the gospel that government is inefficient. These are the same people who supported General Franco in Spain, Benito Mussolini in Italy, and Adolf Hitler in Germany right before World War II. These are people who believe democracy doesn't work. They are convinced that government agencies and Congress create way too much red tape, and what America needs is a strong man who can act unilaterally. They cite Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates as examples of technocratic monarchs who achieved greatness because they're unencumbered by the checks and balances of democracy. These fools, and they are fools, conveniently forget that Steve Jobs was eventually fired from Apple during his first tenure because CEOs aren't dictators. They must answer to investors, boards of directors, institutional investors, and of course, believe it or not, their employees. Believe it or not, nothing gets done unless you get compliance from your employees. Most importantly, for every successful tyrant like Steve Jobs, there are thousands and thousands of tyrannical bosses who end up fired or lead their companies into bankruptcy, like Donald Trump. Tyranny doesn't work. It has the patina of efficiency, but underneath, it always collapses. Corporations are not tyrannies. They are cooperatives. Shareholders get a vote. If you own stock in Apple, your vote doesn't count. But there are institutional investors, mutual funds, pension funds, hedge funds, corporate raiders like Carl Icahn, who have a lot to say as to where the CEO of a company is taking it. But more importantly, when these Silicon Valley techno-fascists talk about bringing their know-how to government, they forget that 83% of all Silicon Valley startups fail. 83% of all Silicon Valley startups fail. Governments can't fail, because if they do, then 100% of all Silicon Valley startups fail. Remember the Silicon Valley Bank collapsing 2 years ago because venture capitalists lost faith? And it was the government, the nasty, brutish, lumbering government, the FDIC, that rescued the depositors. You see, Silicon Valley investors, the angel investors, they take risk because the evil United States government they hate so much always has their back. Twitter is reportedly worth 80% less than what Elon Musk purchased it for in 2022. Now, I have no doubt that Elon Musk has a special genius when it comes to applied engineering, but he doesn't understand government. He doesn't study history or finance. He just knows how to bully and bend people to his will. When Elon Musk took over Twitter in 2022, he stopped paying outside contractors. He did what Trump used to do, which is, I owe you money, but you're not getting it. Musk calls this cutting costs. You and I call it a crime. It's a crime not to pay your bills. Around the world, Elon Musk, when he took over Twitter, stopped paying the company's rent on office buildings and told the landlords, come after me, sue me. I'm the richest man in the world, sue me. He moved into Twitter's San Francisco offices and began firing thousands. He fired janitors. There was no toilet paper, and he shut down servers, important servers. The only reason Twitter didn't crash is because dedicated employees who were still there and who believed foolishly in the company, they took up the slack and worked around the clock, propping Twitter up, filling holes carelessly made by Elon Musk. Musk's fork in the road message, calls it his fork in the road message, his threat to Twitter's remaining employees was, you have a fork in the road. If you want to keep your job, give me your life. That's the fork in the road memo, right? Because Elon Musk rules by fiat, where loyalty is measured by one's willingness to sacrifice everything, including financial and emotional stability, sacrifice everything for Elon Musk, not for the company, for Elon Musk, there is no happiness and no success. If you're a Twitter executive who questions Elon Musk, you're fired. If you're a SpaceX executive who signs a memo questioning Elon Musk's erratic behavior, which got passed around, I think it was 2 years ago, fired in direct violation of the law. A lot of people said, maybe it's not a good idea to be smoking pot on the Joe Rogan show when you have government contracts with NASA and the Department of Defense. And the people who signed that letter were fired by Elon Musk. That's against the law, but sue me. I'm the richest man in the world. So Trump, Joe Rogan, Republicans, they celebrate Chainsaw Elon. They love his approach towards managing people and companies because Joe Rogan and Trump are little men, tiny little men, and they like being tough. They live vicariously through someone who's cruel. So they say things that are incorrect, that you have to be tough and cruel to keep costs down. That improves efficiency and maximizes profits. They justify everything by saying it's the bottom line. Really? Because we're coming up on 3 years since Chainsaw Musk bought Twitter, and Twitter is reportedly now worth 80% less than what Chainsaw Elon bought it for in 2022. Twitter's business was down 50% in 2024. And all you have to do is read Elon Musk's angry emails to the employees who he has left working at Twitter. All you have to do is read those emails that got leaked to know Twitter is barely surviving. He's not exactly Steve Jobs. By the way, Elon Musk didn't create Twitter. He just came in and ruined it. The same way he didn't create the federal government, but he's trying to do to our federal government what he did to Twitter. But you say that's just Twitter. There's so much more to Elon Musk's resume than Twitter. Twitter's just a vanity project. Yes, there certainly is so much more to Elon Musk's resume. Elon Musk's Tesla, this is what made him so rich, Tesla. Tesla was founded in 2003. It took 10 years before Tesla finally recorded a profit for 1 quarter. It had one profitable quarter after 10 years, and then it went back to losing money. Again, Elon Musk's Tesla was founded in 2003, but it took 17 years before recording quarterly profits consistently. It took 17 years for Tesla to be considered a profitable company. Let me repeat, it wasn't until 2020, 17 years after Tesla was founded, that it recorded its first profitable year. So by all means, let's bring Elon Musk's startup mentality to our government. Speaking of government, in 2009, 6 years after Elon Musk started Tesla, the company was going out of business. It was going under. But thanks to Barack Obama's stimulus package, Elon Musk was able to apply for and receive $500 million in low-interest loans guaranteed by the evil, lumbering, slovenly, incompetent United States federal government. At the time he needed those loans, Musk was worth hundreds of millions of dollars, having sold PayPal to eBay. He was one of the people with Peter Thiel and some other people who founded PayPal. So he had hundreds of millions of dollars while Tesla was going under, but he wasn't willing to risk any of that. Why risk your own money when the government is there to catch you when you fall? But if you want food stamps or Medicaid, you have to work for it. Elon Musk, the government, will bail him out. Elon Musk founded SpaceX in 2002. It took 15 years before SpaceX recorded a profit. 15 years. During those first 10 years, 50% of all revenue for SpaceX came from NASA and the Department of Defense. What is NASA? Who does NASA and the Department of Defense answer to? Oh, yeah, the federal government. The first 10 years of SpaceX, Elon Musk's company was propped up by the evil, lumbering, slovenly, malignant United States federal government.